Hello there, welcome back to the Once a Week Kitchen. The other day I did a smooth buttercream which can be flavoured any number of ways. So today I'm doing a coffee and walnut cake to use that cream up. So this is a real delicious tasty cake and it's well worth having a go at. Right, coffee cake. As always, I'm using a basic Victoria sponge recipe which is easy to remember. So in here I've got 6 ounces of margarine, 6 ounces of golden caster sugar, I've got 3 eggs, 3 medium eggs, and we're going to add in 6 ounces of self-raising flour. Now because it's going to be a coffee cake, I've got 3 heat teaspoonfuls of instant coffee which I've dissolved in a drop of boiling water, and I'm leaving that to cool. So I'm going to start by beating the eggs, the margarine and sugar together. This is light and fluffy now, so I'm adding in the eggs one at a time. Make the bowl after the addition of each egg before you add the next one. Right, the eggs are all whisked in now, so the next thing is to sift in the flour. Lift it up and try and get as much air as possible in at this stage. And you take a metal spoon and gently fold the flour in. Actually, I'm going to put the coffee in at this stage. I should have really put that in before the flour. But it should be okay. Right, that's just about mixed. Right, for those of you who've not seen about how to grease a cake tin, this is how I do it. You can use margarine papers if you like. Rub it all over with margarine. Then you take a teaspoonful of flour and you tip it and tap it so that the flour sticks to the margarine. Just keep turning it so that the flour covers it all over. Too much in, so I'm going to just pop that back in. So each tin should have a coating of flour. Simple technique but very effective. There we go. Greased and floured. So next we're going to put the cake in the tin. Try and get roughly the same amount in each tin. These are 7.5-inch tins that I'm using. And I've got the oven set at 180, which is gas 4, Fahrenheit 350. We want to bake them to bake gently. My oven's quite fast and it will do them in about 25 minutes because it's a fan oven, but you know, you need to bake it and try not to open the door for the first 20 minutes, because if you open the door too soon it can cause the cake to sink in the middle. So just even them out a little bit. So there we go. While the coffee cake's in the oven, I'm going to bash up some walnuts for the decorating the sides of the cake. So they need to be bashed up really fine so that they stick. Right, they're fairly finely chopped. Those will stick to the sides of the cake once we've coated it with the coffee cream. Right, the cakes are cooked now. You can tell when you press them in the middle if they spring back that they're cooked. So I'm going to leave them to cool now before turning out on a wire tray. Right, we'll decorate this up now. The cream that we made earlier has been chilling in the fridge. So I'm going to spread it across the cake. I've put the two flat sides together of the cake. I've got this cake tin upside down standing on a container because I haven't got a turntable, but you need to be able to turn it round. So this is just something you can do instead if you haven't got a turntable. And then put the other one on top. Press it down gently. Now using this spreading type knife, it's like a butter knife, I'm going to work around the sides of the cake and spread the cream on, little at a time. And this is where it comes in handy to be able to turn your cake. Next thing we have to do is roll the cake in the chopped nuts to coat the sides. And then we'll lift it, we're going to roll it in the nuts. So I'll just move this out of the way so I can show you what I'm doing. So we roll it, that's why the nuts are on a long tray, so that we can get a good length of rolling. And shake them back into the middle and turn the cake and roll it again. So it's a bit like shake, rattle and roll. get the knife underneath and just lower it gently onto the plate. So that's mostly the hard part done. So the next thing to do is to spread some cream on top. Just like spreading butter, right to the edge. So the next thing to do is to put the rest of the icing into a piping bag. Just pop in the piping nozzle on the end here and screw it on. Fold down the bag like that so that you can get the cream in, and then you just spoon it into the bag. As it fills up, just pull your bag further up. That should be enough for what we want. So you get the top of the bag and then squeeze so that you're pushing the cream down. You don't want any air in if you can help it. So it's coming out now, so I'm just going to do little swirls all around the edge. So that's the piping done. To pop a walnut half on each one. And in the centre, I'm just going to sprinkle a few loose bits of walnut. Before I cut into this cake, I shall pop it in the fridge for at least an hour so that the cream can set. So there's the finished product, coffee and walnut cake. Don't eat too much of this at one time because it's absolutely wickedly fattening. But so just have a little piece, and I can assure you it's quite divine. So I hope you have a go, and I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you later. Bye.